Hi people! Yes, my name is Janaína. I am from Brazil. I'm 34 years old and live in Norway for the last 5 years. I never did any kind of video before. I'm very shy with this kind of things, but I feel like I have something to say, and I just figured, why not? And you could do like kind of ranting about whatever I wanted to say and what my experience is with life. I think that I had some crazy shit experiences, and you would be maybe funny, or it's just also to take out of my chest things that I think is actually I didn't plan anything, I was just trying. So one thing today that I really came across, because I read all the time some articles on the internet. I used to be a big reader, but lately I'm being lazy, or if you can call lazy someone that is taking care of 3 children and a business and a family and a dog is part of this chain that takes care of all that, and you have to still find time to learn who you are and what you want in life and what is right or wrong. So what do I want to talk about today is this articles I read, and that is about this women, this body acceptance. And about this, I have a lot to say. Well, when I was growing up in Brazil, which is a very sexist society, I could say. I wasn't rich, I was not middle class, I was poor. But you can say that we can find poorer people than I was, but I wasn't rich or middle class. I grew up thinking that women are supposed to get married and have children, and also look nice. But since I was a kid, I didn't accept very much that. I never understood why clothing and appearance would make you worth. But at the same time, I didn't think I had so much worth, or I didn't find any reason to feel worthy or anything. But I dress like a boy, and I want to be different. So I came across this article today about this woman, that she's a big woman, is fat, like me. And she was saying that she was always wondering that she could be happier when she lost weight. She could be happier. And when I remember when I was a kid, I was not fat, I was skinny, and I grew up and I had a relationship and I had children. Then I started to gain weight and start to feel how the society acts with people that gain weight. and it's horrible. It's horrible. People comes with comments like, what are you doing? Oh, in Brazil it's really shitty, the comments they do compare you to animal. Like, are people trying to get you fat for slaughter or something like that, you know? It's horrible. And I felt really a problem with that when I started gaining weight when I met my husband in 2007. My second husband. He's from Iceland and white, straight male with all the privilege that comes with it. And I was working in a beauty parlor and someone stopped it and said, some woman, that she was skinny, obviously, she made a comment that a man like my husband would never be able to love in long term someone as fat as me. But the funny thing is that I was 67 kilos. I wasn't fat. I just had a little extra belly fat. But that stuck into my mind, like, what if the man I love would not love me no more because of my weight? Then I started dieting, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, fasting, whatever it is I did to lose weight. And I would lose 2 kilos and gain 5, lose 5 kilos and gain 10. And now, and after a while, I was 100 kilos. So I felt that, but the irony of it is this, that my husband is still with me. We are 10 years together now, and this gaining weight didn't affect our relationship, not to the extent that to end it. Of course we have problems, like I guess all couples have, but we still together. But it is something a year or two ago that I started to take out of my mind, is that why wait? I was always having this clothing from when I was skinny and keep in my closet, thinking maybe one day I lose enough weight and I could wear them again. But I started to realize, and after so much reading about this body positive and all that is part of it, and how women can accept themselves and be part of the society and have the reason to be happy. Even though you're not skinny, you can be fat and happy. So I decided to stop, but not before I was in the line to do the surgery to cut part of my stomach, the sleeve, stomach reduction. So I was there 3 days from the surgery. Then came to my mind that, you know, fuck this shit. I am not doing the surgery. I am not. There's a lot of risks, a lot of things that people don't even say. And it's only for appearance, really, because I don't have the major health issues. I have some health issues, but there's nothing major, nothing that can really end my life. And then I said, no way, I'm not 3 days away from the surgery. I gave up. And I went home and I decided, after thinking about it, after reading so many articles about body positivity, what if I thought, what if I would die fat? The rest of my life I would be fat. And I had to accept that. I am gonna be fat. Is that the worst thing that could ever happen to me? So then I had, no, there are a lot of worse things that could happen to me. Being fat is not the worst. Being fat could actually not be even the top, in the top 20 things that could be worse. So then I realized, no, I stopped doing diets, I stopped anything. I stopped what I was doing, I started reading some books about that diets are the reason why we get fat, and I started analyzing that, oh, that shit happened to me. That was actually what happened to me. I wasn't fat, I just had a little belly weight after having 3 children. And then someone commented that I was fat, and then I believed them. I didn't have the real image of me in the middle. I just, oh fuck, I just heard that person like she was God, and then she had she was right. So then, after going back to the 2 years ago, then I said, no, I'm not gonna do the surgery, and I'm gonna start accepting who I am. And for the time being, and maybe forever, I will be fat. But this get me free. I gave away all the clothes that I was saving for when I lose weight, and I start buying new clothes in my size. I'm not a big fashion girl. I don't care about clothes really. It's just that I want to get dressed. It's also something that makes me realize that there's not so many things available for people that are big. They're not. It's a hassle. If you like to be dressed nice and you like to look nice, you're not gonna be able so easily to find what you want. Then just did that, nothing. Just go on with my life, concentrate on my life and my development, and don't think about weight. Then I read some articles that said, well, actually some way to lose weight is to eat whatever you want, whatever you feel like, because your body sends signals of what you need. And just do that when you're hungry. You eat when you're hungry. Well, there are a few problems with the society today. First of all, they tell when you have to eat. And this is not a problem being social while you're eating, but it's like, oh, all together, let's sit together and have a meal. If not everybody is hungry, they have to be together and eat. So you have this like obligation towards food that I feel that this makes no sense, because everybody's different. Everybody gets need to eat in the different times. Why we have to every day to get together and sit at the same time and eat together? Why don't we make social things other things, like we go to a movie, we go for a walk, you know, go dancing once a week, we get together. That's not a big deal, but like we make this kind of obligations towards food that maybe is not everybody's needs. So I started to just fuck with shit, make food. My husband makes food. We don't have to eat at the same time. I can sit with them, but I don't have to eat if I'm not hungry. I just eat when I'm hungry. And when I eat, I don't get bloat. I don't eat so much. Well, I don't feel that I get so big drop on the weight very quickly, but I can feel already that I feel more comfortable in some clothes, that because I cannot ever find clothes bigger than XXL or whatever, is 48 I used to be. Then yeah, it could fit in me, but not that comfortable. Now the clothes are fitting better, so I don't know, because one big part of this philosophy is that you should not be weighing yourself and not check your weight all the time, because this also causes stress. So then I stopped it, but I don't think I lose so much weight because I didn't check, but I definitely feel happier about me, about my image, and about myself, and not feel pressured into losing some weight, because I always accept who I am as I am. So that is one of the things that I would like to talk and rant about it. I don't know everything, and I am not doctor or anything. I'm just a person talking about my own experience, but I think what is wrong in a society today is to be making all these obligations with women, or about their image. They talk about image, and that is so important for women. Fat men don't get the same problems like we do. Like my husband is fat, and he doesn't get this pressure to lose weight like I do. Every time I go to the doctor, if I complain about my back, I have problems since I was 13 years old. I'm not fat, but still they just say, maybe if you would lose some weight, everything will get better. That's not true. I have some issues. They just are looked over because of my weight. So that's what I would like to make you guys think. Even though it's true that being when a person is fat, you can get more health problems, probably not. I don't believe this 100%, but it could be true. There's a lot of doctors saying, even though you have to be really overweight, it's not talking about few kilos over the limit, but even though they could be, you don't lose anything. You're not losing anything by accepting yourself and start to have a happy life right now as you are. You're not missing anything. So that is important for everybody to understand, that you can be happy as you are. You don't need to wait. So that's all for today. We're talking about weight for my first time, but I really would like to talk about more stuff later. Beijinhos. Ciao.